Check out thechosenprime.com in the link in the description below for this and other great items.
Alright everyone, welcome to another RFC Reviews. I'm your host Diecast, and today we have Badcube, Brawny, and Backland, which is their 2017 reissue. Extra accessories included. Those are the accessories that came in the Quintessence journal. You got Badcube, old Robots Old Timer series, 02 and 03, and I believe, who was there 01? Was that Huffer? I'm not sure. But on the side you just get a picture of Backland. On the back you get the same sort of thing, some skills. On the side, OTS 03, and they call him also Gunner. And on this one it is Demolitions Brawny, OTS 02. On the back you get the same type of stuff. On the side, a picture of Brawn. And now, unfortunately, I got these figures off Taobao, and there is always a risk when you're buying from a seller that you don't know or that isn't in the same continent as you. And you can see when I open up the package that I don't know if Badcube is using the wrong type of plastic. I've never had a plastic tray do this to me before, but it melted and it actually acted as shrink wrap. And you can see there's plenty of room in the box for this. That shouldn't be. It should be, the plastic should fill up the whole box. The retailer tells me this is normal, but if you look at it, the tires are all bent in from being in this plastic. So let's go ahead and take it out of the badly shrunken plastic. And it just doesn't even feel right. But we'll get this all out. And you can see the wheels are bent in. So part of this review, we're actually I got a heat gun from tfradio.net/Amazon, and we're gonna see if I can heat this up and kind of bring that plastic back out into shape. And you can see, same thing with Hinterland here. The plastic is the same way. You have all this extra space because the plastic tray melted. And like I said, I get a lot of figures, shipped overseas, and I've never had a plastic tray do this before. And again, you can see the wheels are all pulled in, and unfortunately, that's not a transformation joint. So the figure is pretty damaged. If this was a US seller like the Chosen Prime, which I always recommend, you would have been able to get this taken care of. So before we get into the fixing of the figures, let's just go through the accessories that these guys come with. This is Backland's gun, and that just plugs on right up top there if you wish. He also comes with, I guess you would call this the gas can, but it also has this little doohickey which becomes like a walkie-talkie or transceiver or something. Just like that. We'll fold that back up. And then put this back in here. Whoops. And you can see how this just all clips together. And then I believe you can put this on the back right there. Acts as like a little gas tank for the back of the vehicle. And then Brawny has his drill accessory, which can go right on the front. right there. And then he also has his gas can, which doubles as a gun. Just a little gun, and these tabs slide into the hands. There we go. Ugh. And then this also just plugs on the back of Brawn, just like so. And then in Brawn's bag, you do get a little bit of extra accessories. You get this larger cannon, you get another face, and you get a tire holder and a arm piece for fixing bots. And then in this one, you get a, I don't know what that is. It might be like a hubcap or something, and you get another face for Interland. So let's go ahead and see if we can fix these guys. And again, this is going to be my first time trying to fix some plastic figures. So what I have is a heat gun, and then I'm just going to try and heat this section up right here and see if we can pull that out. And actually, to do this, it's probably better to try and transform the figure, or at least get the leg out. Get the foot out of the way there. Because as you can see, this is the piece right here that warped on me. So I'm going to try and heat that up. And actually, you can see a little stress mark in there. Right there from where the plastic started to tear. And apparently that little bit was just too much. The plastic already started to melt, and it's very, very flimsy. So I may have just done more damage than there was. I definitely melted the tire a little bit. But now it kind of makes me nervous to do it on the rest of the figure. Again, this gun I just picked up off of Amazon. I think it was like 19 bucks. But yeah. Not really what I wanted to do. So let's go ahead and try it again. I'm going to try a lower setting. And this time and there you can see that lower setting. I was able to straighten out the plastic a little bit more. It is still warped, but I didn't kill the tire like on this one. So let's go ahead and see if I can fix these front bits. I think these I should just be able to heat up. Okay, well the wheel popped off. That's probably even better. Let's get the wheel off to clean these pieces up. Alright, so I got Brawn all done. This is the first figure I ever put a heat gun to. You can see I did start to melt the plastic here, and I also melted the tire a little bit. This was the first leg that I did. The fronts came out a little bit better, and that's because I took the tires off first, because they just popped off, and then worked this plastic right here, which is basically what was bent. One thing is this does have rubber mirrors, which I believe is an upgrade from the originals. That's one of the things they changed about it. They said the colors are a little bit changed. I don't have the originals, so I can't really speak of how much they're changed. But yeah, he's a little bit straighter now with the wheels. It does still roll. But again, I do have a little bit deformed tire, just because that was my first attempt, and you can see the comparison between these two and this one. The wheels are still pulled in a considerable amount, so I'm gonna pause the video again. I'll pop these wheels off first, and try and straighten these out, and we'll be back. Alright, so all done with the heat gun, and this guy came out a little bit better. Wheels are a little bit straighter. There was a little bit more room in here for me to get into. Like I said, you can disassemble the figure, take the wheels off. I did end up putting the bad wheel on Backland, just because I like Brawn a little bit more. But there you have the figures with the wheels a little bit better than what they came out of the box with. So it's a shame that we have to do that. Again, I bought these guys overseas. I've never had plastic trays do this in, I'm assuming, in shipping. But they both did it. So hopefully they fix that with their other figures coming out. I did contact Badcube, but they did not reply at all. So let's go ahead and get these guys transformed. First thing you want to do on Brawny is you're just going to take the gas tank off, get that out of the way, and then disconnect these sides, and you can bring them down, and they will peg in right there. Same thing on this side. And what you can do is you can lift this up. This whole assembly will come up, and this folds in on itself. Just like that. And then you can straighten out the legs. These two panels will open up on the side. And these are very... There's a lot of parts, but it's very easy to transform. It's very, like... I mean, you can just look at it and see where stuff needs to go. Close that up. That doesn't tab in at all for me, but I don't know if that was just because of the heat gun. On the heat gun, it seems like you want to do the low setting, don't do the high. That's how I messed up on this guy the first time, is I went right for the high setting. But use low heat. Put it on for 2 or 3 seconds, take it off. Put it on for 2 or 3 seconds, take it off. Otherwise, you will melt the plastic, like I did right there. But again, if this was through someone like the Chosen Prime, they would have taken care of this, and I wouldn't have to have done this. But just because I got it overseas, you're kind of left to your own devices. And then this panel will flip up just like that. There you have the legs all done. And we're going to come up to the top. You can flip these pieces up and then pull these guys out. Pull the grill out. This whole grill will fold in and tab in right there. And then these guys will sling down and around. And just push those in. And then the arms, you rotate these pieces all the way around. And then this piece will flip around and locks into the chest. Just like so. And then same thing on this side. Rotate that around. Flip these in. And tab these in on that side. And then once we do that, we can collapse the waist. Just like that. Bring the arms down. And then on Brawny, you just open up the flap right there. Flip out his hand. And there you have one hand all done. Same thing on this side. And they do tend to come untabbed a little bit every once in a while. Brawn's head, he can look up a lot. He can't look down, but he does have a swivel left or right. Arms, you get ratchets at there. Friction out. Get a friction joint right above the elbow. You do get double jointed elbows, which get you all the way up. And then the wrists are on a swivel. And then his fingers are all one piece. And I'm not quite sure. This just did not want to tab in. Like I said, I don't know if that was due to all the heat I had to use on this guy. So my plastic may be a little warped. But now all we have to do is just flip down the backpack. And he does have a rather large backpack, but straighten him out. And everything is really good on this. The only thing that his arms right there are a little loose, which I'm sure I can just fix with a screwdriver right on the inside. And yeah, totally better now. So that was the only part on this guy. Yeah, both those. Now he's super strong. But again, really like this mini bot. Really recommend picking it up. Definitely go over to the Chosen Prime to get these guys. That way if you do have any issues, it'll be taken care of for you. And then let's just do a quick size comparison with some of the other offerings. And here we have Badcube's Grump, just so you can see how they look together. And then I'll go ahead and transform Hinterland here, and that way we can, or Backland, that way we can get them all in the shot together. And here they are with Backland transformed also, and Backland is pretty much the same transformation. You do have double joints at the knees. The top, the one is ratcheted, the top is not, but the lower is. Full outward kick. He does come apart a little bit easier just because of his locking mechanisms, and it is a little bit fiddly just getting it all locked together. I think Brawn definitely has the better locking mechanism on his chest. You can go forward that much, backward that much. The backpack does kind of get in the way. Like I said, 90 degrees with the double joints. At the feet, he does have ankle rockers. His foot can turn left and right due to transformation, and his toe does swivel up and down. And on this figure, now I heated up this one too, so it's not fair to say. I did get this pegged in on this side. I did not get it pegged in on this side. But, like I said, I was heating it up, trying to fix the deformality that it had when it came to me. So that may be part of the reason. These guys are definitely really nice though, and I really recommend picking them up. Just don't pick them up from a seller you don't know, like I did. Yeah, that's basically it. That's a quick look. The only thing I didn't go through are the instructions and the cards. This is the second release, but I believe the cards are the same. Here you have Brawny on the card, and you can see his green is a little deeper on this, and the yellow is a little bit deeper, and this is a little bit lighter, I guess I would say. If that is the same stock photo, which I believe it is. I don't think they changed the cards at all, so they just reused the same cards. And then we'll go ahead and take a look at Backland's cards. And here's Backland's cards. And on the back, this one is the actual photo. So I think this was a little yellower, the tan on this. It could just be the lighting, but this looks like a more maybe lighter tan. So I like the colors on these guys. I think they did an excellent job. I just wish they wouldn't have came damaged, and I'm sure this comes to not Badcube, but the factory or wherever they're getting their plastic trays from, because like I said, I've never ever seen a plastic tray do this. So hopefully if you guys pick these up, yours will be okay. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time. Make sure you subscribe too. Please subscribe. It's like right there.